from 0 to more than 8,000 impressions and more than 4,000 members reached in 4 days, and literally an account that had 0 reached. This is how I made it, and that's how you can make it as well with agentic workflows. Last week, I was sharing about this workflow and how it's the most appreciated from my clients. And then by the end of the video, I'll put it here, I realized that I had not done it for myself. So I stopped. I published a video immediately and I went to it and I created the workflow for myself. So I'll show you how it looks. And these are the results. The results you just saw in the previous 10 seconds was what happened in 4 days. So I'll just subscribe and I'll keep you updated on how it evolves throughout time, because I've seen great results from my clients, but actually I didn't expect these results from me because I had been ignoring LinkedIn for quite some time. So I implemented this. I started doing it, receiving my LinkedIn assistant email every single day. And yes, in 4 or 5 days, I got to 8,000. I've never had 8,000 impressions before in the history of my LinkedIn. So it works. You can make it yourself. Comment below if you want to make it yourself or you want me to make it for you. If you want your company to pay for it, I can make it through my company, GrowthFizz. That's what we're doing for other companies. So if you haven't watched the other video, I'm going to show it here. But it's basically this email, and I get it every day, and sometimes even I get it twice a day, but I'll explain why. And I showed you last time how I had this one for actually one of my clients, but this one is made for me. So it's my daily pulse and the 2-3 things I should be aware of the day after my agent has researched LinkedIn last 24 hours on my industry interests and region and my point of view. Then it creates a LinkedIn post draft. So not every time I'm going to post exactly this, but this one's inspired me to post something else or to think about something else. Just the fact that I'm reading through this, it gets me into the mood of like, oh yeah, this is something I can post about, or oh yeah, this is something I have an opinion on. So in this case, I'm actually opening one that I literally copied paste. You can go to my LinkedIn and check it out. I'll show it to you. Visual suggestion, literally I copied this and went to Canva to the magic creation and created an image from this. And then engagement drafts is some recommendations on what you can comment on based on your perspective and your approach to it. And this is it. That's the email I get, of course, by GrowthFizz using n8n. GrowthFizz is my consulting company that focuses in a lot of things. If you have been here before, you're going to learn. But GrowthFizz is where we help clients that are wondering how could they actually take advantage of AI into their own processes and systems in the restrictions, how they have it in a safe way. So we go in, we do a diagnosis, we understand what are their needs, what are their current processes, what's the technology they're using, what are their restrictions, etc. And we start proposing fixes to their processes, but also like implementations, customized implementations for them to actually take benefit. But this is something that it always works for any type of customer because it works outside your system. So there's no privacy constraints, there's no challenges there. It can work from the outside, just whatever your industry is, your target stuff, and it's immediate. Like the time from it's active to actually get results, it's so fast that people get like, oh, in love with this. So this is why this becomes the most loved one, even though some of the other implementations might be some of the most impactful for their businesses. But let's get to it. Now I'm trying to show you how you can create it yourself. And like, I know it sounds like scary when people see the workflows and everything, but I'll go through the workflow and how it works, which is the most important part. This is the rationale on how to make this kind of LinkedIn assistant. You can adjust to whatever your specific needs are and what are the things that you want to make. Maybe you want to make video and you want like a suggestion how the video should look like. So you make your agent actually work and put together, maybe learn from other videos and what's working the best in the last 24, 48 hours on LinkedIn in your industry, in your subjects, in your region, and give you a recommendation based on those learnings. You can create anything you want. In this case, this is what works for me. And it's the trigger. I put it on weekdays because I was receiving it on weekends as well, and I was not paying attention to my email on weekends, if I'm honest. And then you have the workflow configuration. All this that you see here, I didn't do it manually. I did edit some stuff, but I didn't do it manually. All this time I've been using the AI assistant from n8n. So I'm going to link the n8n link with a specific offer and how you can do it down below. So make sure you click on it, open your account, and then follow these instructions. But anyways, this workflow is just the configuration and what it's going to do. And it needs two actors. I'm using Apify in this case. I don't have a link for them, but you can choose which other platform with actors or agents you can use. And I have one actor that does a profile scraper of key LinkedIn accounts that I am like following basically, and it scrapes in its information to tell me what's relevant this day around my subjects. And in here, it's very interesting because I have different subjects. It's not only about AI, technologies, enterprise, stuff like that. I'm also searching and following people around health tech and around femtech and around fem health and around edutech and fintech and different stuff. So it's very useful. And then you have another search scraper on the subjects that are relevant to you, even if it's politics, whatever it is, and it's scraping every single day information around that. And with that, they put together these agents report to this other model where it combines profile and search data, and it's going to prioritize based on the rules that you decide what is the content strategy you're going to have. So in this place, it creates like a prioritization, and it's using a content structure that you define, and it's using Gemini in my case. This is just my preferred choice of LLM, but you can have ChatGPT here, you can have Claude, you can choose which one to put here. And with that LLM, it helps to draft both the comments, the debrief, the comments, and the post, the drafted post for you in your tone of voice. So here's where you tell it has to be in this tone of voice and stuff. But don't mind that this is where you do this. This is how it works in a model structure. But where you tell all of these things, it's going to be here in your assistant, AI assistant. You're just going to speak to it. And then I have this little thing that I just remove all M dashes. I have it as a separate model to make sure that that's the supervisor of my post. I don't want to receive M dashes on my LinkedIn drafted posts. And then it sends my email. And here I even put like what is the design of the email I want to have and everything. So here, basically, you just write down whatever you want. My big key and secret here is that you're going to prompt to your favorite LLM, whoever knows you best. In my case, it's Gemini. You're going to prompt, I want to create an n8n workflow that does this, this, and that. And there you're going to explain what you needed to do and give me a clear instruction for an assistant. And then you copy that and paste it here. Sometimes you have to modify it. It's not very like on point because n8n have a lot of updates. And sometimes Gemini or ChatGPT are not going to be updated and what can do whatever. So you just have to make sure you're giving the right instructions, and that's it. You literally copy. I don't know if I can. Yeah, here I'm just editing. Like, oh, don't make it. I could go edit in the module and say, here you can click here and edit the module. Let me see if there's no sensitive information. But you can open here and then you can edit whatever you want within this module and instructions, or you could just text here, do this and that, and change it that is not on these days or whatever, and it's just going to do it for you. There's only two moments when it's asking you for an API key for the actors, and then you do have to go into the manual and pay it, but it's very straightforward and easy. I cannot open it because it's going to show, but but it's super simple. This is the great middle ground in which you actually get AI to make the 80% of the work to help you just create that last mile of the work and edit and have still control on what goes out as if it was you and not just create a different character. Let me know how it works. Let me know if you want more detail. Let me know if you have a better ideas and what should be created, and we can build it here. And let me know if you want me to reach out to your company. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to do it myself. I don't want to pay for this myself and to pay for the software and stuff like that. I want someone else to do it for me and to my company for pay for it. Well, send me an intro to your company and we'll like with GrowthFizz, and we'll make this for you and any other employee who might be interested in doing this. It's super beneficial for the company because it gives company, imagine if every employee suddenly has more than 8,000. We'll see, keep following along and we'll see how far I get, but it suddenly has 8,000 impressions with your company there. Like, it's just so potentially impactful for the company. So I'm just saying, if you want your company to do it for you, ping me.